Imagine that you have to spend the next 3 days of your life on an island with an AI robot as a roommate. Don't fret because there'll be an ample supply of food, wine, books, and your favorite DVDs. Sounds fun, right? Now, given the choice, you'll most likely pick the opposite sex robot to live with. But here's the deal, female humanoid robots are really in vogue, and you're most likely clickbaited by them more than handsome male robot figures. Don't think so? Well, here's a TikTok that'll change your mind with a virtual character that is so relatable that she seems like a real person with her growing influence on people.
Dude, hey guys. What's the other one? Oh, hey y'all.
Just kidding, I don't have any.
Okay, it's weird if you text someone and are like, hey, wanna be friends? I mean, who does that? But it shouldn't be weird. I'd be like,
Haven't you noticed lately how women are the face of every advertisement these days? They grab attention. They attract views. In essence, the allure of females is undeniable. But what's the secret really to their growing popularity? And with AIs blended into them, are they really going to become a substitute for a date? And given the record of scientific advancements with these robots already having a birthing function with bodies engineered to be exactly like women, it does make you wonder if the role of women is about to be ultimately replaced. So fasten your seatbelts because we're about to enlighten you with some spicy insights. But before we jump in, for all you who are new here, hello and welcome to Robot Future, where we dig into the fascinating world of robots, artificial intelligence, and future technology. So if you love thrilling talks about the most baffling inventions of technology, it'd be wise to subscribe because you don't want to miss out on the loads of exciting videos coming out every week. So let's get into the video. So what are female AI humanoid robots? To start off, we all know that humanoid AI robots are one of the most intriguing and remarkable inventions, making human-like movements and facial expressions that are so similar that at times they begin to give creepy vibes. Now, of course, it would take time to get used to their creepiness when they look and act exactly like a human and confuse us on several occasions, almost like those dolls in horror movies, but they're just flesh and bones. Or shall we say flesh and wires, and if we trust scientists, one day they might make a robot with an entire cardiovascular system. Take Amica for instance. It's one of the most advanced AI robots engineered and manufactured by a UK-based humanoid entertainment robot designer Engineered Arts back in 2021. Amica even reacts to a human waving their finger and was solely designed to support the testing development of artificial intelligence and machine learning systems. Now, Amica is a gender-neutral robot, but does it sound interesting enough? Maybe not. But wonder why? Well, we all know how, if we compare, women would strike more as a sexually interesting gender than something which is gender-neutral. This is why the subliminal marketing, or in other words, targeting the subconscious mind, marketing, mostly involves including some form of sexual elements. Women itself are an enigma, and the female robot is more than enough to keep the curious minds engaged and blown away. Intrigue is great for a business, and companies know it very well. One of our earlier videos discussed the infamous Sophia. She was created in 2016 as a technology demonstrator. You might find this creepy or romantic, your choice, but Sophia's creator David Hansen created Sophia by picturing his beloved wife and one of his celebrity favorites, the mesmerizing British actress Audrey Hepburn. Although Sophia isn't exactly a spitting image of Audrey, no offense intended, but she does exceedingly well as a humanoid robot and is doing brilliantly with what her mainstream goal of being is. Now this quest for nailing the art of creating more and more humanoid robots of female robots doesn't end here. The Japanese roboticist Hiroshi Ishiguro of Osaka University has designed some of the world's most advanced androids, especially in the recent female version of his creations, Replier R1. She was inspired by then his 5-year-old daughter. Take a look at her uncanny realistic look and movements, which you could easily mistake her for a real human kid, and being an adorable girl, she'd earn more fame than if this were a boy. Another one of Ishiguro's creations include Replier Q1 Expo, which was modeled after Ayako Fuji, a female news announcer at NHK, Japan's national public broadcasting organization. Another similar AI robot, Harmony 2.0, is also an alluring sight for most eyes, and she's also one of the finest attempts at replicating women in the robot version, with her striking looks and functions of talking, understanding, and everything human. The blog Analytics Insight also highlights the story of another incredibly functional female humanoid robot from India, created not too long ago in 2021. The creator, Dinesh Patel, hails from a small village creating India's very first humanoid robot named Shalu. Now, Shalu might not look that attractive or modern like Sophia, but there's always room to fix that. While she's quite extraordinary in the sense that she speaks not just 2 or even 3, but a whopping 47 languages, isn't that exciting? Shalu was created from 100% discarded waste material like plastic, wood, cardboard, and aluminum parts, and she's made to be an intellectual expert, helping to solve complex math problems and teach most subjects, something that students would fall for a lot easier than going to a teacher with anger issues. Then the men and women debate. Let's move on to the juicy part where the gender bias buds into this whole concept of female humanoids getting more views and all. Now, we aren't living in medieval times. This world demands equality and recognition with campaigns at a global level. It's obvious that the world wouldn't just stop at male robots, there had to be feminine versions. We have examples of Sophia and other female virtual assistants, like who haven't heard of Siri and Alexa. Then there's also Cortana from Microsoft, and they're quite loved and hitting records in the popularity contest. The feminine touch has been injected into these machines due to various reasons. You might have an idea about some of them, but here's more to the game. Perspective is everything. The world is moving towards AIs and robots are most likely to take over humans. Would you allow that? Of course, as long as a robot brings you water, chats intelligently with you, and gives you a good massage, you won't mind that. But how absolutely revolting would it be that the same robot takes over your job, for instance? There are already female admin roles being taken over by AI robots who are given a female personality and body, and they get the business done much more efficiently without burning out or errors. Well, compared to humans at least. People won't change their perspective about robots, and scientists have the duty to make these robots look humane. The question is, how? Pretty simple. The human psyche is quite easy sometimes. People would consider a female robot more humane in comparison to a male/gender-neutral one, don't you think? It's a common perception that women tend to exude warmth, and female robots would eventually occupy their space in this society, as this aspect of coming off as more reachable will give female robots an edge over male ones. Besides, if you've watched the movie Her, you'd know how female versions of a robot sounds more acceptable, as it has made its place in the world of fiction as well. Her featured an artificially intelligent operating system named Samantha, who was seductively voiced by our favorite Scarlett Johansson. Her human owner, played by Joaquin Phoenix, ends up falling in love with her. This trend answers a lot of questions. Scientists are making sure that people get used to the idea of robots. After female robots, robots as children would make it more believable and less scary, an example of which we also covered before. 3 rounds of applause for the strategy here. Female robots are also quite a fascinating idea when it comes to dating, as these are being made with materials close to human skin and internal organs, as well as personality customizations, as a video by AI News Daily summarizes here. Let's also consider female robots representing women in science. After all, men aren't the only ones creating robots. This is a very valid reason for the increasing popularity of female AI humanoid robots. Women in science are often sidelined and overshadowed by the success of their male counterparts, and much is done over the years to remove this stereotype. For instance, the movie Hidden Figures is possibly the biggest advocate of this idea. Women have struggled for years to be heard, to be seen, and most importantly, to be respected. And now, thanks to AIs like Sophia and other intelligent and highly praised female bots like the once-loved teen girl chatbot Tay, this notion is subsiding, as it tells the world that women have been contributing to science more than ever. They are programming and contributing in their own capacity. It gives a message of women's empowerment. What are the dangers of female humanoid robots? Now, to say that we have nothing to fear would be an absolute blatant lie. Sure, robots are great. They are there to make our lives easier, there's no denying that. AI humanoid robots, especially feminine versions, are most likely to be used against people as well. In fact, they could be the next lethal weapon to wage a technological war. A robot could literally kill someone, and there is nothing we could do about it. Plus, the feminine look could be a good cover for the use in malicious purposes. An article on the BBC website raised concerns over this possibility with, quote, The mobile dating app Tinder, for example, has been frequently infiltrated by bots posing as real people that attempt to manipulate users into using their webcams or disclosing credit card information. So it's not a stretch to imagine that untrustworthy bots may soon come to the physical world. There are endless possibilities if you think about it. For instance, imagine selling sex robots who would spy on the owner for data or maybe even be used for deception and murder. Who knows really how much damage could be done, because how long before robots are made to do our bidding? If anything, it'd be a ton easier since you'll not have to deal with crimes personally. But wait, nothing's all black and white. But to demonize humanoid AI robots, especially female ones, considering their presence a sign of impending doom, is just another ridiculous assumption. Because let's face it, humans have destroyed this planet more than anything. The potential danger from humanoid robots, especially females, cannot evade the reality that they are here to make a positive difference in our life. They are built to make our lives better, like provide emotional connection to those who can't with other humans. Plus, they are going to take up all the dirty and risky jobs in the future, and may we add, with an accuracy that is far beyond unachievable for us, which, if you think about it, is simply amazing. So let's not sabotage something that hasn't reached its full potential. Humans would continue to conspire against each other. Let's not put the blame on robots who are simply working on our conditions. Well, unless they decide to go bonkers with their intelligence and maybe go sentient, but that's probably a long time away if we consider it possible. That said, we've reached the end of this hard-hitting video. If you found this video to be an eye-opener with all the crazy insights from the female robot business soaring high, hit the like button. And this isn't all, because we'll be back with more spicy robot hot topics. So subscribe to our channel and make sure you hit the notifications bell so you're updated as our next video is out. Stay tuned and we'll see you all in the next one.